just the emotion for both of us. It wasn't just him catching the fish.
When you hugged.
I was so proud of him.
Yeah.
You know, he talked about his 29 that he's blasé about.
Yeah.
That was me tying the bag, him helping me put the rod out and everything else. That fish.
From start to finish was Owen's, yeah. Good morning, guys, and welcome to another YouTube video where we show you and tell you about a mega session that a father and son member have had here at Churchgate. I'm up here on the top lake. It's April now, late April, but I'm going back to February and March when Duncan, Letham and Owen, his son, both members here for over 10 years. Owen's now 14, so he's been fishing with his dad for a long, long time now, well before I owned Churchgate. But they were up here in February and again in March. They had two mega sessions. We're going to tell you all about that. And more importantly, let's go and have a chat with them now because they're back up here again to try and repeat that. It's late April, so the fish are getting ready to spawn, so they're on the munch. They're feeding well. Let's go and see what they've caught and let's go and see what those two sessions were all about. So guys, I'm here with Duncan. How you doing, Duncan? Nice to see you.
All
How you
good,
doing?
thank you.
And Owen?
Hello.
You all right? So two very, very popular members here. Before we go into their two mega sessions that I've just mentioned, I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about their experience with Churchgate so far in the 10 years they've been members. What do you think, guys?
Wow, it's changed a lot in 10 years. It really has. Yeah, from when I first come here where there was issues with water levels, mud everywhere, pretty much unkept. It was a little bit feral. Fish was, you know, good. That's why we come here. But yeah, it's a different place now. It's paradise, especially on a day like today.
Well, today does accentuate exactly what we've done, and it is a beautiful, beautiful place to. We say a beautiful place to blank, but you don't seem to be very good at blanking.
No, we do all right here, don't we?
Yeah, especially this boy here. So we're here to tell you, or to tell the viewers about the two mega sessions that you've had. Now, being here for 10 years, obviously you've taught him three. So
this session.
3 sessions, sorry, yeah. But being here for 10 years and members, so you taught him everything he knows.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that goes without saying.
So all of your skill is obviously down to your dad.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Very much.
So you came here in February, didn't you?
Yes.
And we're on swim 5. So this is a bit of a favourite swim of yours, isn't it?
Yes.
And why is this your favourite?
Got my PB fish. I just like the bank across there.
So you got the island, the margin. Obviously, the fish patrol the island, so along that margin is a popular spot. Mid-water as well, though, don't you? You don't have to just be right up against it.
Usually 2 along the bank and 1 in the middle, just to see if any fish we can get going along.
Cool, cool. So tell us about February then. What happened in February? Was it cold?
Yeah, it was a bit cold in February. I had my salopettes and a woolly hat on and everything.
Wraps up well?
Yeah, definitely. We had the bench up there with everyone, so it was me, you and mine, wasn't it?
So a nice social then?
Yeah, it was really good. And
oh, is that a fish?
Little beep.
That would be really cool if we get a fish while we're doing this little chat.
Yeah, but I got lucky.
So in, just so I put the picture, in October I put 20 new 20-pounders in, so they're between 20 and 24 pound. Anyone that catches them for the first time can name them. And so obviously from October to, was it February? What sort of time in February?
End of February, wasn't it?
Yeah,
End of February.
25th.
Yeah, end of February come here.
So hunting for some of those new 20s.
Well, we come here in February, it's winter, it's cold. We wanted a bite.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice place to come in winter because you've got the 240 volt in all the swims. So it isn't as freezing cold. While you're outside, you have to wrap up warm, but you can put a little heater in your bivvy and get through that winter.
A nice touch here at Churchgate.
Makes it far more comfortable and relaxing to come and fish. So, yeah, we were come here just for a bite. We'd have been happy with 1. And I think we ended up with 17 fish in total between us on
in 48 hours.
February session in 48 hours, yeah.
17 fish between 3 of you.
Yes. Yeah, that was 3 of us. That was the 3 of us.
But you two hogged most of them.
Oh, yeah. He grabbed a couple, we did the rest.
So Martin, their friend that they brought and introduced, joined this year, didn't he?
This year, yeah.
Yes.
So excellent. So as a new member, obviously joining the crew. So tell us, what fish did you catch then?
Well,
just a lot in the February.
We got a lot.
Okay, so there's probably too many to talk about for that one session.
But we got.
So the pick of the bunch.
I topped it at 31, didn't I, in the February?
Yes.
Because we ended up sharing rod because basically we had a spot that was giving up all the fish.
Yeah.
as you talked about the stockies that you had, we caught 4 of those new stockies in that session.
Amazing.
Obviously going through them.
That's nearly 25% of the fish I put in, you took out on the on that session.
Yeah,
amazing.
Hadn't been out before, so there were four new visits to the bank. The biggest wasn't a stocky, obviously. We started to share the rod just because we were fishing from the same.
So you were in 6 and Owen.
No, we were actually both fishing in 6 out of 6. But
Right.
Owen was fishing
5's water, which is what you can do here at Churchgate. If you're father and son, you can book 2 swims. Obviously, put your bivvy up and rods out of 1 swim, and then obviously share 2 lots of water. So that's a good.
Yeah, and it was a learning curve for him as well. Obviously, he's still learning his skills.
Watercraft.
Yeah, and it's more about making sure the fish were safe. I wanted him near me until I knew that he could play them right, land them right, and
which is great, responsible.
Absolutely.
And this is why I allowed kids. I mean, there's a lot of lakes that don't allow kids to fish until they're 16 and so on. I just feel like that's depriving the youngsters of learning this great hobby, keeping them off the streets, as I keep saying as well. This is a family venue, and I love that. I love this, you know, and that's why we're doing this video, to show people just how it can benefit. And yeah, obviously keeping on top of the kids while they're learning is essential.
Yeah, it's important.
Definitely.
There is a learning curve, you know. I would say someone like yourself, but you're new to angling.
Very new.
Oh, it could be a take here. Hold on, Jodie.
Yes, yes.
We might have a fish.
Yeah, we got a bite. No, it's come off. That's typical, isn't it?
So unfortunately, it was a bite, but came to nothing. So that would have been really good for the camera. But let's carry on with what you were saying. Can't win them all.
It's been cracking so far.
I was about to say, yeah, you definitely can't complain.
So, yeah, what was that? Oh, about being new anglers and everything, being key. So, obviously, his water skills and his just the craft, the knot tying and everything, takes time to have confidence in doing that. So I just feel more comfortable with him in there. He's learning now. He's been in his own swim for the last 2 sessions because I know.
You feel confident, yeah. Brilliant.
We do some clever things with the remotes as well, so I actually can hear his alarms go off as well on my receiver.
Oh,
so I instantly know he's not on his own. So I still cover ourselves from that point of view because, as you say,
very responsible angling. Well done.
The fish are the most important thing.
Yeah.
And he is a teenager, and we know what they're like for sleeping sometimes. So I just like to make sure.
Yeah, that's good. I really like that. So anyway, so you had a 31, did you, that session?
31, yeah. We ended up getting 1 spot going that was in swim 5's water, as I say. We were in swim 6, and it was just the rod that was divvying up pretty much all the fish. So to make it fair, we sort of went right.
Alternated the fish.
Each bite. The next person gets it, and much to his dismay, it was a 31 that I actually ended up with.
Amazing.
It would have been a PB for you.
Yeah, it would have, yes.
So he was really annoyed because it was technically his spot as well. So yeah, that one come to nothing.
I like the competitiveness between you though, so that's really good and healthy. So
I have to stay ahead. The day he gets in front of me, that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. So other than your dad's 31 though, what did you get? What was the pick of your bunch?
I think I got one of the new stockies. I think Scar.
There was 3.
Scar, you like Scar, didn't you?
So your name's Scar.
Because of the mark on him. So,
excellent.
Yeah, I think that was probably my favourite catch of the session. But I did get a lot of other mid-20s, low 20s.
Which some people fish for years and don't get a 20,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's one of the things that has changed from here for me over the years. As you said earlier, I've been a member here for 10 years.
Yeah.
I tried to get a 30 out of this lake for 10 years, or out of this complex for 10 years.
Yeah.
It took me till you took over and 18 months for them to come along like buses, and I ended up with 2 in another session in March a year before, if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember.
Where I managed to get 2 beautiful commons out here. Not the same one that I caught actually in the February. So that's 3 30 commons I've had out.
There's around 10 or 12 30s in this lake, the top lake. So yeah, no, there's a nice bit of stock, and that's what I've been trying to obviously learning from knowing nothing about fishing. Obviously everyone wants a PB, but if a lake is overstocked, then the fish are going to be hampered in their growth. So that's why we net every year. That's why I've obviously introducing new, younger, fresher stock that's got the ability to grow, like the ones that you caught.
Yeah, like the
and reducing the number of fish so that there's more room for them to swim around, more room to grow, and less competition for the food. So that's what we're doing here at Churchgate.
And that has made a difference. You know, there were always a couple of 30s in here, which is why people used to fish it when it was a mud pit and everything else. But they were hard to come by. You know, the average fish size has definitely gone up here now.
Well, brilliant. So it's working, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. What you're doing is working.
So that was a really good February session. You thought you'd come back in March, about the same sort of time, wasn't it? End of March.
End of March, yeah, we come back again. Again, still very, very cold. So we come here going, we're never going to replicate what we did in the February. That's just fluky. Yeah. Not going to happen again.
No.
Deliberately went on the same swims as we are now, as you say. They're our favourite swims.
We might have to name these swims the Lethams.
And yeah, we again just turned into Some and Come Real, which they say red letter days, but they really were, especially for you, and even more of a red letter day for you.
So tell us about that one then.
So
how many fish did you get in that session then?
7.
We 12 we got on that one.
Oh, so not quite as productive.
No, not as productive. Even with Martin's.
But still 12 is a good session.
Absolutely. In a cold March, it was a very good session.
Definitely.
But for this March session, I ended up learning how to put the back leads in, putting all the stuff in the boat, tying on the PVA bags and the rigs and hook baits on. So for the March session, I wanted to try and do as much by myself.
Yeah, brilliant.
So
good for you.
Yeah, so I ended up getting very lucky because I put all the boat out and I made all the rig and the bag.
So it was all you?
Yeah,
all him.
With the back lid, and I ended up getting really lucky and getting my PB fish, which was really awesome.
And what was that, a common or a mirror?
It was a common 33.4.
33.4 for a 14-year-old. Right, amazing.
And it's bigger than mine.
Yeah.
And it's bigger than your PB. So the pupil's teaching the master now.
Bigger fish than me, yeah. It's got a bigger fish than me here.
But
amazing.
Definitely something I'll remember for a while.
Well, look, you can see from the video footage that we're showing you the excitement and the adrenaline that must have been running through your veins.
I didn't even feel the cold water.
I love that. But for me, that's what dreams are made of, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
And for what I love more than anything about this job and owning this place and running it is seeing the memories and the fun that you guys are having. And when having never fished before, I thought to myself, why do people catch a fish and then put it back? And then obviously once I started fishing, I got that because of the competition to keep beating your PB, keep catching beautiful fish, and that's what we try and sort of really do, push for fish care and making sure like the propolis is put on, and which is what your dad's taught you. But the better quality that the fish are, it doesn't matter how big it is, does it?
No, and we've had this conversation before. You know, I don't come fishing just for PBs. It's always nice to catch a big fish.
Yeah.
We've caught good 20s here. We haven't had a 30 yet. We've not been lucky enough to get the 30 in this session, even though we've caught a few again.
Yeah.
But it's just fun being on the bank, the family time, the being together. Yeah. Good weather really helps it.
Oh, I mean, end of April. Sometimes it could be snowing, not so much April, but
very wet normally.
It could be wet. And you've had some, and there's been some big fish coming out this weekend again. Yeah. 33 down the bottom, 27 down the road. Martin with you, he's had
a PB.
He's had a PB. 25.
25, it was 25 something. I can't reach them here, but yeah, he's had a bucket load.
And what we're doing now here at Churchgate is we've got two bailiffs that are really good, Rob and Callum, really good with the cameras. So we're saying to members, give us a call if you catch a fish when it's in the net. We'll come up, we'll get in the water with you, digital SLR pictures are really crisp. So that's something that we're trying to push at Churchgate as well. And hopefully doing that will give us more content to show you of these amazing sessions. So
I guess the 30 for us, I mean, the videos and the footage that we took, it's not the expert footage, it's it
doesn't matter. I don't know about that.
But yeah, you know, we wanted to, luckily we had a few people here. Jack was around at the time. I mean, Jack weighed it obviously in the lake because the fish don't come out.
Yeah, and Jack's brilliant at that because he can relax you as well, can't he? Because he can take control of like the situation where you can get flustered.
Absolutely,
and it's good to have that calming.
It's more the panic of actually not so much doing something wrong, but doing something that could hurt the fish. You better go and have a look.
That could be another bite. So another false alarm, but maybe through the filming of this little video, we will have a bite to show you in a bit of action. But so where were we? So obviously you've had your 31, 33, 4, was it?
4, yeah.
Which is amazing, and that is a beautiful fish, as you can see.
We were just talking about Jack, and
oh, sorry, yeah, the calming influence.
If you look at the video, one of the guys that were with us, or one of the people that were around here, managed to capture his face.
Yeah.
When Jack said that, and you just saw the emotion come out of his face.
You fist pumped, didn't you?
That was at the end.
Yeah,
we did. We did the fist pump at the end, but you just saw the shock on his face of actually how big this fish was.
And it looks even bigger, obviously, with you holding it.
Yeah, but the thing is down at the middle lake, I caught the 29-10. So when I caught the 33-4 here, that's my first English 30, and for it to be such a beautiful.
He's so blasé, 29-10, 33, 14 years old.
Yeah,
brilliant.
I wasn't expecting it to be so large, because when we got it in the net, Dad said, "Owen, you want to put on your waders?"
Yeah.
At the time, so I was excited, thinking it's going to be a big fish.
So obviously we do that here at Churchgate. Obviously France is 40s and 50s, you have to get in the water, but for us to achieve those size fish here, I've got to start looking after the smaller ones, and a 30 here is in the UK anywhere is a big fish.
Absolutely.
So if we get in the water with them, there's less risk of dropping them or stressing them out and stuff like that, which you've done brilliantly as well. So hats off to you.
Yeah.
And it's just great to see. So this session, what have you had this session?
This session I've had 18-pound grass carp and a few mid.
You had a 21, didn't you? Your first one.
I think 21. I've had a few 18 to 23 pounds.
So you are the carp whisperer of Churchgate, aren't you?
He seems to be, yeah.
He does, yeah. And how many have you had this time?
7 I've had this time. Biggest to 26.5, which is actually a recapture from one of the ones in the February.
Oh, amazing.
And it's put on a pound since February. So it's gaining weight.
Well, they should be gaining weight now, because obviously we've got pre-spawning in about 3-4 weeks' time. But I'm so pleased for you both. And obviously Martin, that's a beautiful fish as well.
Yeah.
Callum took that photo, so
He took some great pictures. I'm sure you'll be able to cut them in, but the bucket in, there's a great picture of him.
Well, the thing this week especially, Rob got some great photos from Steve Eaton.
Yeah.
That was a 32-14, I think. So the 30s are coming out now, and hopefully, I'm hoping next year we might be able to start touching on a 40. I don't know, definitely the year after.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think with the growth that they've got and the feeding program that we've got, look, we've banned particle now because I want them to start eating the right nourishment, if you like, to help them grow. So boilie, pellet. We're cooking our own maize now, so we know that it's cooked and soaked properly, and obviously you can use that here.
And look, openly, there is no secret to some special baits or anything. We use standard freezer baits. We don't use shelf life because I prefer not to. Yeah. But standard crush boilie, Churchgate pellet. Yeah. Obviously, I used that this session. The one in February I didn't because it's too cold.
Yeah, it was too oily. So we do an oily pellet, which obviously you can't use in cold water.
Yeah. And it's just plugged in a few liquids, so we keep quiet about that. We will keep the liquids quiet. There's no silly hormone-y stuff going on.
No, but the thing is as well, I love that Churchgate is, it's not one of these clicky places where you don't share information, because just because you tell them a little secret, it's not going to stop you catching.
Not at all.
No. And if everyone else can be catching fish, then they're all having the same amazing experiences that you guys have experienced.
Yeah. But we're not even using any special hook baits. I think the white and yellows at the moment are the
mainline clones for us.
Yeah.
That's generally what we use, just the mainline clones.
I think for this session.
Magic beans occasionally.
Yeah. Big up the Parker bait.
Yeah, Parker bait boys. Sorry, Ben, I should have said them first.
But look, we're so pleased for you both. Really, really excited. That's why we've done this video. We wanted to share it with you guys. And like I said, let's hope that we get many more of these. And we will be closing for spawning, which will be, we've got a social next weekend, but we will be closing for spawning. So give the fish the time and the rest to do that. They'll come back fighting fit for you guys to catch some more.
Hungry again.
Well done. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in front of camera. And guys, if you want to come and experience Churchgate like these guys, give us a shout.